What's going on, YouTube? Wolf Squad fam. Now, as you guys noticed, I didn't record anything last week. It's been a busy week. My allergies were kind of bothering me a little bit. They've settled down now, but they were bothering me. But that wasn't the biggest reason why I took a week off last week. It was more so about wrestling and football than anything else, really. No, the Panthers didn't play last week, but I've been paying attention to what they've been doing. I've been paying close attention to that. And we're going to talk about that here in this video, because there's a lot of stuff that I want to unpack and talk to you guys about as I'm playing Clash. Now, as you guys can see, we're on my Damar fan account once again. So, before we get into that, I also want to let you guys know I've recently been getting into a new game. I'm sure you guys have already heard of it. It's been out for at least a few years now, called Goddess of Victory, Nikke. It's similar to what Dragon Ball Legends is on my phone, but I have Nikke on my laptop. So I've been diving into that game as of late, and because of that, because of, exploring that game for a little while, for at least, I want to say at least a good week and a half, almost 2 weeks at this point. I haven't streamed on Twitch in like 3 weeks. And I was thinking about streaming on YouTube this week, but trust me, we will get around to doing that. I don't know when yet, but I do want to stream on YouTube while I still have plenty of these in my fridge. Ghosts, C4s. While I still have plenty of those in the fridge. I also want to do a stream on Twitch, whether it be this week or next week, because like I said, I haven't streamed in at least 3 weeks. So, and also to let you guys know, I don't know if this video will be coming out to you guys, because the download for Nikke was my webcam's glitching out again. The download for Nikke was massive, and it's used up quite a bit of storage. Voice crack. It used up quite a bit of disk storage on my laptop, and so I don't know how much of this video I will be able to record and get out to you guys, but like I said, I will let you guys know on social media through my, community tab on YouTube. I will let you guys know through there as well. And if all else fails, obviously, I'll be streaming. I'll be streaming on YouTube most of the time until I can get more storage for my laptop. Excuse me, guys, I am burping a lot. Obviously, I will be streaming until I can get a external storage for my laptop, or either that or just upgrade the storage in my laptop itself. Whichever way I decide to go about this, I'll let you guys know through social media, my community tab, all that good stuff. You guys know the drill. So, Clash of Clans. Right before I opened up, well, I wouldn't say right before, but right as I opened up the game, I saw that there is a update coming out for the game pretty soon. And boy, oh boy, am I excited about it. I have been telling you guys and telling you guys and telling you guys that the matchmaking system in Clash is just so unfair. It is just so unfair. Raids, wars, CWL. The matchmaking system, not just in raids and wars, but also in Clan Capital too. The matchmaking system has just been so unfair for the longest time. And like I said, guys, don't worry about the webcam. I'll switch over before we get to the next clip. I'll switch over to the on webcam. But at least you guys can hear me, right? So, the matchmaking system is finally being fixed. It is finally being fixed like I know it should have. Not like I know it should have, but like I know that it should have been fixed a long time ago, but they never did it. They never fixed the matchmaking system until now. The matchmaking system is finally becoming more fair. It is becoming more fair. At least that's what I got from it. I can't confirm that 100%. But from what I watched on YouTube about it, from the Clash of Clans channel, from what I watched, it seems like the matchmaking system is becoming more fair. And if that is the case, I cannot wait for this update. I cannot wait for this update. It is going to be massive. It is going to be an absolute game changer. Literally. So, without any more delay, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get into the first raid of the video. I'm going to switch over to the on webcam because obviously the Brio is just not it's just not cooperating with me right now. So, we'll switch over to the on webcam. No problem. And obviously, we'll just have to let the Brio rest again. And with that being said, obviously, you guys see, Eevee's joining me as well. With that being said, I will see you guys in the first raid. Alright guys, so we found ourselves a base with almost 1 million golden elixir. Obviously, since we're not in a league right now, which I don't think we are, we're not going to get any loot bonus. So, what we see here is what we're going to get. So, we're going to come at this base from the top side here. We got a Royal Champion with us as well. So we're going to throw the Royal Champion down on the Archer Tower. Hopefully take it out. There we go. I did not bring any CC, so the Royal Champion kind of makes up for it. We're going to put the Queen down right there on that gold mine. Help tighten up that funnel towards the core. There we go. Take out that cannon there. Now the dragons and dragon riders should have free reign on the base. Now, just like in the previous video, guys, I'm not looking to trophy push at the time. I'm just here for the loot. So I don't necessarily care about 1-starring or 2-starring. I'm just here for the loot. I'm going to go ahead and use the Eternal Tome. Freeze up the Eagle Artillery. We're going to get the 2-star. And at least over half of the loot. We're going to throw down the blimp to kind of hopefully distract the air defense here. Maybe. No? Okay. We damaged it a little bit. And we are definitely getting we are definitely getting over half of the loot. We're definitely not 3-starring. Yeah, because that Tesla, Archer Tower, and Wizard Tower is going to ruin the fun. And we only have one dragon left alive, so it looks like that's going to be it. Yep, because the dragon is stupidly targeting the storage instead of the defenses. Well, the warden was clutch for us there. Okay. I did not expect the warden to be clutch like that. I mean, of course, he's level 40, but still. I did not expect to clutch a 3-star like that. So, obviously, as I mentioned before, we're not in a league right now, so we're not going to get the loot bonus. So, what you see on screen is what we're going to get. Alrighty. And just like that, guys, I will see y'all in raid number 2. Oh my goodness, guys. We found ourselves a dead Town Hall 13 with 1,000,000 golden elixir. Now, obviously, there's going to be a little bit of a loot bonus because of the league that we're in. We're in Crystal right now. So, I also checked before I started the clip. This guy doesn't have any CC troops in his clan castle for defense either. So honestly, this is just free reign right here. Obviously, we're going to be coming at it from the town hall side since the Eagle artillery is out of commission. We're going to go throw down the lightning spells on those 2 air defenses. Yeah, the best spot for the Royal Champion is probably right here. We're going to throw down the Queen there on that side. King on this Archer Tower. That'll help tighten up the funnel a little bit. We're going to let the heroes do a little bit of the work here. Help tighten up the funnel. Activate the Royal Champion's ability. King and Queen ability. We're going to throw down the rest of our army here. And we're going to wait a little bit until the dragons and dragon riders can push into the core. There we go, just like that. That'll allow the dragons and dragon riders to tank for the battle blimp. We're going to freeze the Giga Inferno, Rage, Eternal Tome. And just like that, even if we don't 3-star the base, we still have the majority of the loot. So as this raid is still going on, like I said, guys, I have been paying attention to what the Carolina Panthers have been doing. I do think that it wasn't a smart idea to get rid of Adam Thielen, but it's not necessarily that bad of a decision, considering that after we also released Hunter Renfrow, we brought him back. We brought back Hunter Renfrow, so it wasn't a total bonehead play, but it's not necessarily a good decision either by not bringing back Adam Thielen. And what's going to determine whether how good or bad that decision really was is if Adam Thielen does retire after this year with the Vikings. With the loot bonus, we're going to get at least over 1.0... 1.059 gold, and we're going to be getting a million, I want to say 700, not 700, 1,070,000, 80,000 gold in elixir, at least somewhere around there, somewhere between 1,000,000 to 1,100,000. I can't do math that fast in my head, but I know it's almost 1.1 million of each. And then we're going to be getting at least over 11,000 dark elixir as well. Not too bad. 23 trophies. Not too shabby. And we're getting a little bit of a star bonus as well. So we're going to go ahead and collect that. So, yeah. Obviously, what's going to determine whether it was a smart thing to do to get rid of Adam Thielen is if he does indeed retire. Because the majority of people that say it was a smart move to get rid of Adam Thielen are saying it's a smart move because Adam Thielen is probably going to retire after this year. So, I don't necessarily want to say that it was a bonehead play getting rid of him, but I also don't want to say it's a smart thing to do either, because none of us really know if Adam Thielen is indeed going to retire after this year. We don't know. So it's too early to really tell for sure whether it was a smart decision or a boneheaded decision getting rid of him. But either way you look at it, we have Hunter Renfrow. So we still have a veteran presence in the locker room. We still have a veteran wide receiver to help build up, Xavier Legette and T-Mac. We still have a veteran who can help develop them, especially T-Mac, because he's basically the rookie that Xavier Legette was last season. So, really, I think what David Tepper is banking on and what Dan Morgan is banking on is that T-Mac actually becomes the stud wide receiver that they think he's going to be. So it's going to all be dependent on if Th13 McMillan can be the superstar wide receiver that everybody is saying that he is. Because they all said the same thing about Xavier Legette. Now, I'm not saying that Xavier Legette is a bust, because we still don't know what he's capable of doing. We still haven't developed him enough for him to really show what he can do. So it's really going to be a waiting game, mostly on Xavier Legette and Th13 McMillan. It's going to be about those two for the next 3 to 4 years. And then we have a young defense that could potentially become really, really, really scary if they all develop the way that hopefully I think that they're going to turn into. And it's just a waiting game at this point. Seeing if our young defense can actually ball out and become this monstrous defense that everybody is saying that they're going to become once we have all the right pieces in place. We still don't have all the right pieces in place. So it's too early to really tell whether or not if we're going to be a good team by the time this is all said and done. So, I know I've talked crap about Carolina the past few seasons and the decisions that, whether it was Dan Morgan or David Tepper, I always thought it was David Tepper moves, but it really does seem like David Tepper has finally taken a step back and let Dan Morgan hold the reins. If you guys get what I'm saying there. So, without wasting any more time, guys, I will see y'all in, what is this, raid 3? Raid number 3? I'll see you guys in the next raid. Alright, guys, so we found ourselves another Town Hall 12. It's not a dead base this time, but I do like the amount of loot on this base. Over 900,000 gold, 800,000 elixir, and with the loot bonus, it should bring us up above 7,000 dark elixir. Or at least somewhere close to 7,000. So, we're going to start this raid off by... Where are the air defenses? We got one there. Okay, they're all at the bottom, so we don't necessarily have to worry about any of them. So, what I'm going to do is lightning down that one there. Take an archer tower out with it. Same thing there. And then, let's throw down the royal champion there. Use his ability. Use her ability. Rather say. Let's go ahead and... Yeah, I didn't think the royal champion would get through those cannons. So we're going to put the king down in the same spot, or around the same spot. And then we're going to throw the queen down on the opposite side. Help tighten up the funnel. That's going to be going down the middle. There we go. Now it's looking good. Throw down the dragons, dragon riders, warden. Throw down the rage spells, help push them through the inferno. I forgot to bring CC, so we're going to throw down the blimp right there. Hopefully it'll trigger the Giga Tesla. There we go. Now we got it. We're going to go ahead and use the Eternal Tome for the Giga Bomb. My nose is kind of making my voice crack. And when my voice cracks, it makes me stutter. And unfortunately, we won't be 3-starring this base, but hey. I got what I came here for, which was the loot. Didn't get much of it, but it was enough to fill up the golden elixir storage. So, what we're going to have to do, guys, is do some upgrades. She's asleep. And I think she's dreaming about something. And she's like barking in her sleep. So adorable. So with the loot bonus, guys, that's going to bring us at least 480,000 gold. A little bit more than that, possibly. And then at least 490,000 elixir. And well over 5,000 dark elixir. 6 trophies, which isn't bad. But I will take what I can get. So, Now we're going to have to empty out our storages here before we can really do anything else. So what I'm thinking is we just go ahead and pour most of the loot into upgrading the storages. We're going to upgrade that gold storage there, and then do the same thing with the elixir storage there. Another gold storage. And then another elixir storage. And we're going to keep one builder available. We're going to keep one builder available, so that way we can pour the rest of the loot into walls. And then, to finish off the video, we're going to be upgrading one of our heroes. So, we're going to go ahead and get the Builder Star Jar from the Season Pass. And then we're going to sell it, actually, because I don't really use it. I don't really have any use for it. And then we have a Hammer of Spells. So what we're going to do, actually, is we're going to use that on the skeleton spell. Because I think the next level for the skeleton spell is max level. So we're going to go ahead and use the Hammer of Spells on this and kick it up to max level, if that is indeed max. 3, 2, 1. Bam! That's what I thought. Level 7 is indeed max. So there's the skeleton spell maxed out. We're going to go ahead and use... Well, I was going to say I might go ahead and use the Dark Elixir for the... Because see, if I want to do one of my heroes, though, I got to save some Dark Elixir. So I think what I'll do is I'll wait on that and see how much I can do with the walls first before we go deciding whether to do a spell in the laboratory or one of my heroes. So I will see y'all in the next raid. Alright guys, so we found ourselves a rushed, dead Town Hall 12. With over 800,000 golden elixir. So, with Goddess of Victory Nike taking up most of my disk storage right now on my laptop, I've decided to make this raid the last raid of the video, just to kind of see how much more clips that I can record beyond this point, if that makes any sense. So like, say if I try to like download the edited version of, if I try to like download the whole video and it says that my disk storage is full, obviously I will know that I would need to record less clips. And if it doesn't say that, and that would mean that I can record more clips beyond this. If you guys get what I'm saying here. I'm bad at wording things sometimes, but if you think about it for a second and know what I'm trying to say, then yeah, obviously you guys get what I'm trying to say. I forgot to bring CC once again, so we'll just attack this base from the Town Hall side. And not that it's going to matter anyway, because it's a dead base. We're going to go throw in the Royal Champion right here. Help tighten up that funnel a little bit. Take out another Archer Tower or two. And now we're just going to throw in the rest of our troops on the bottom side. Rage and Rage. King's ability, Queen's ability. We're definitely not going to 3-star this base. That's for sure. because we wasted too much time. But that's not really the reason why I'm hitting this base right now. Like I've said in the beginning of this video, the only reason I'm hitting these bases is for the loot. Hopefully we can get as much of it as we can before either my troops die out or we end up having a time fail. And it looks like it's going to be a time fail. Well, crap. 98% 2-star. Had I been a little bit quicker with my deployment and stuff, had I been not wasting that much time, I probably could have 3-starred this, but again, I'm only here for the loot. And we're going to get a nice juicy star bonus to go along with it. So we're going to go ahead and collect that right away. And now I'm going to go ahead and collect that resource potion. Use that up right away. And then collect that box of gems there. And then we're going to see how many walls we can get done with both the raid medals and the loot. And I forgot to mention we can also get some more loot from the trader. So we're going to go ahead and do that actually. Use up every ounce of raid medals that we can. And then we're going to go ahead and get a bunch of walls done with the raid medals first. And then let's see what we can do with loot here. That's probably about the best we can do for gold. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Same thing with the elixir. And now we're going to go ahead and finish off this video with a hero upgrade. And I think it's probably going to be the Royal Champion again. Because what I'm probably going to end up doing is upgrading the Royal Champion a little bit more often. Because we don't necessarily have to worry about the Barbarian King and Archer Queen just yet. They are a necessity, but they're not really that important to me just yet. Not just yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to get the Royal Champion caught up. Either where it should be maxed out for Town Hall 13, or we're gonna get as close as we possibly can before the Royal Champion starts getting expensive as well. So we're gonna go ahead and do the Royal Champion in 3, 2, 1, bam. There's the last builder. And thanks to the resource potion being active, that'll help us to get more loot from the drills and collectors and mines. And not only are we going to get the Royal Champion done, but hopefully this will max out the poison spell. I'm not guaranteeing that it will because I don't know what level is max for Tunnel 13, but this should at least help us get a little bit closer to maxing out the laboratory for Town Hall 13. So, we're going to upgrade the poison spell to level 7 in 3, 2, 1. Bam. Alright, and then we're going to throw down our research potions. And that's pretty much it. Because that's pretty much all that I can do at this point. All my builders are busy. I don't really have much loot to do anything else. Other than walls, maybe. Like maybe 1 or 2 wall pieces, but that's about it. So, with that being said, guys, and I forgot to switch over the webcam. Let's see here. There we go. And then we're going to hide the Brio now. There we go. Alrighty. So, with that being said, guys, like I said, hopefully this season for the Carolina Panthers can be what I like to call a turnaround year. Hopefully we can start turning stuff around. Because I would love to have another winning season after having to go through losing season after losing season after losing season ever since David Tepper became our owner. The struggle's real, guys. The struggle is real. And for those of you guys that are sports fans, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Especially football. Now, as I said before, I don't want to make this clip too long because, like I mentioned before, the Goddess of Victory Nikke game is taking up most of my disk storage in my laptop. So I don't know how much storage I have left to like record clips. So with that being said, expect me to start investing in some type of storage, external storage for my laptop. I'll keep you guys updated on that through social media and through my, I already forgot what it's called again, my community tab. I'll keep you guys updated through my social media, the community tab here on YouTube, and everywhere else you can pretty much expect updates from me. Discord. I also forgot to mention, I did forget to post the link to my Discord server in the description of one of my recent videos. So I will remember to, or at least I will try to remember to put the link in the description of this video. So, with that being said, guys, like I said before, I don't know if I'll be able to get this video out to you guys because of the disk storage, but if this does somehow get out to you guys will know. I'm gonna try to hop on Goddess of Victory Nikke now and play that for a little while. It was under server maintenance. I don't know if it still is or not, because there's an update dropping for the game here pretty soon. So I don't know if it's still under maintenance or whatever, so I'll have to go and check that out. I'm working on the campaign right now. And I've got to say, the campaign is pretty interesting, man. The campaign is pretty interesting. It's quite a story. And I've been thinking, maybe I should start streaming that game. Maybe I should start streaming the campaign of the game. Maybe once I've, well, I wouldn't say completed, well, I can't really, now that I'm thinking about it, what's going through my mind right now is that since I can't really play the campaign over and over and over again like you can with most games, I don't think you can do that with Nikke, can you? Because once you're done with a certain chapter of the game, it's done. You can't replay it. I don't think you can, anyway. But for those of you guys that play the game and are experts at it, let me know in the comments below. Because I don't think you can go through the missions again, from my experience. So, if I were to start streaming the game and go through the campaign and stuff, I would have to start, like, right now. Well, not right immediately right now, but, like, the next time I hop on or whatever, next time I play the campaign, I would have to start right then. So, yeah. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. If I were to start streaming Goddess of Victory Nikke, I would probably have to either download it on my phone or my iPad and play through the campaign that way. So, I'll keep you guys updated on that too. So, with that being said, I don't want to drag the outro of this video out too long. If you guys like this video, smash the like button, subscribe if you're new. It really helps us out, and the algorithm, as biased as it is, and I'm going to keep calling it out, because it truly is biased. But regardless, it does, your likes, comments, all that good stuff, it really does help us out. It really does help us smaller creators out with the algorithm. So if you guys want to give my videos a watch, drop a like, subscribe, all that good stuff, it's totally free to do so. So help your boy out. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay blessed. That is all from me and Evie. James Tate, we out.